One day, after breakfast, I was cleaning the plates and the kitchen counter. My hands soon reached the stovetop, and I started to scrub off the grease. For a while, I had noticed something smelly in the kitchen, but no matter how hard I scrubbed, my sensitive nose kept detecting something fishy. Eventually, my hands reached the downdraft ventilator between the burners. And when I opened the vent, I was shocked. I was staring at a big pile of grease, along with the bits of old food stuck onto the filter. Here is the source of the fishy smell. This was going to be quite a job. So I turned on some cheerful music and then put on gloves. I wiped little by little until all the gunk was completely removed. I cleaned the vent filter and the lid with hot soapy water and then dried them in the sun. That felt so good. Why hadn't I thought of cleaning inside the ventilator before? Having found the root cause of the smell, I was able to take care of it. Sometimes I clean only what I notice, or just cover up unpleasant smells with a room refreshener or incense. This makes me wonder about the root cause of my own internal gunk. Do I cover up my unpleasant feelings and thoughts by watching comedies, food channels, or by browsing other temples' programs? When I feel down or annoyed, do I avoid it by listening to music? Do I distract myself by talking to someone, doing emails, focusing on gardening, or even by chanting and quietly meditating? I wonder if all these interventions, even the spiritual ones, are just temporary fixes. If so, what would be a good way to get at the root cause of my internal discomfort? Seeing the nature. When you study one Buddhism or other forms of Buddhism, you may often encounter the expression, seeing the nature. One way to define seeing the nature is finding the root source of joy and suffering. Without seeing the original nature, I wonder if I'm just doing the temporary surface cleaning to calm down my emotions and troubled thoughts. What would it feel like to eliminate the deep down root cause of disturbance, delusion, and wrongdoings? How can I even see my karmic gunk if I don't know what it is? First, we need to be honest with ourselves in order to find well-hidden, smelly piles of karmic gunk. We must be willing to dive into our minds and scrutinize ingrained harmful habits and deeply rooted fear, anger, and shame. What are the examples of karmic gunk? Let's say you have some unresolved personal or interpersonal issues. Perhaps there is a certain family member you haven't talked to in a long time because of lingering resentments. Or you carry painful memories or a sense of guilt. This internal work may not require hard scrubbing, but it does require keen observation of our patterns of mind and behaviors, deep understanding and study of mind, and letting go of thoughts and judgments again and again. When I meditate, I first practice releasing floating and flighty thoughts. Some everyday issues I need to resolve may appear during meditation. I keep letting go and visualize diving inward into the deep subconscious realm. 9 consciousness theory. In Buddhism, there is a 9 consciousness theory that describes our minds. This theory was established by 2 brothers, Asanga and Vasubandhu, who were Buddhist monks and scholars in India in the 4th century. The first 5 levels of consciousness describe the experiences brought by our 5 senses. These 5 levels of consciousness are sight consciousness, hearing consciousness, smell consciousness, taste consciousness, touch consciousness. I use taste consciousness a lot during mealtime. The 6th sense is mind consciousness, which is the mental activity arising from the 5 senses combined with my internal thoughts. For example, during meditation, when I pursue thoughts or when I plan a retreat program, I am playing in the 6th level of consciousness. It is fairly easy for us to understand these 6 facets of consciousness in our everyday life. A common analogy for these aspects of consciousness is the exposed tiny tip of a humongous iceberg. So these 6 ways of experiencing sensations and thoughts are known as surface mind. The 7th, self-identity consciousness. At the 7th level, we go beneath the surface. This level is the dormant repository of memories, opinions, comparisons, and ideas that create self-identity. In this level of consciousness, calculating mind and attachment to self are formed. We often judge the world through the filter of this 7th consciousness. Now, the 8th level of consciousness, which is called Alaya, the storehouse. This realm is profound and vast beyond measure. It is the original home of non-duality prior to the emergence of the dualistic mind. All information from the past, including our numerous past lifetimes, is collected here. All the seeds of wholesome and unwholesome karma are stored in this 8th level of consciousness. In this vast reservoir, the stored seeds of karma are ready to germinate when conditions mature. This analysis may sound complicated, but the main point of the 9 consciousness theory is that when we let go of our surface thoughts, we open up to deeper levels of our true selves. Letting go of all the gunk from our surface consciousness and underlying subconsciousness. Isn't that a practice of a deep cleaning? During meditation, I like to dive deeply into my inner space and clean up gunk accumulated throughout this life and many other lifetimes. Would you like to dive into deep cleaning meditation? Yes? First, drop all your physical and mental tension. Feel the settled energy as you sit up tall and relax your back and shoulders. Ground yourself in your lower abdomen, tanjan, and pelvic floor. Now, be aware of your 5 senses. Release any thoughts arising from these senses. Be aware of your 6th sense, internal chatter, thoughts coming and going. Allow these thoughts to come, go, and fall away. Are you now ready to open the door of the 7th consciousness, the realm of identity? Ask yourself, who am I? What am I attached to that forms my identity? Listen to your soft inner voice. May I let go of all the ideas, beliefs, and stories that I tell myself about who I am. When you are ready, open the door to the 8th level, the deep subconscious mind. The sensations and ideas from the surface fade, and you see yourself within the great storehouse where all karmic seeds and Buddha potential are accessible. You are like a swimmer underwater. Without the noise from the surface, you are submerged and relaxed deep down in the realm of your subconscious mind. When surface consciousness pulls you back, you can simply return to this 8th realm and abide there beyond time and space. Then, naturally, fully cleansed, you're welcome to enter the 9th level of consciousness, pure consciousness, our true nature, calm and clear. Welcome home.